So hello guys and welcome back to All Rounders. So guys, here we have the implementation part of the previous videos in which we have tell you about what are the conditional statements and what are the different types of the conditional statements. So guys, in this video we will tell you about how to implement these types of the conditional statements. In this program we are using the if statement. Here you can see that we have taken a variable age and we have taking the input from the user by using the input method, and by giving the int to it we are taking only the integer type input from the user. We are then giving that enter age, then after that user will enter the age, whatever he or she wants. Then we are using the if statement. First of all we using the if keyword, then giving the condition age is greater than 18. Guys, if the age is greater than 18, then it will print you are eligible to vote. But if it is not greater than 18, then it will print nothing, but the program is correct. Now let's run the program. So here you can see it will first ask for the age, then enter age. Age will be like 45. If you give pressing enter, you will see that you are eligible to vote. But now guys, if you will again run the program and entering the age which is less than 18, like 10, and press enter, then the program will run correctly, but it will not show anything because it will not go to the if statement, because the condition here is false, as age you have given is the 10 and 10 is not greater than 18, so it will print nothing inside the if statement. So guys, next let's move on to the if else part. So guys, now we will taking the else part also. So here you can see if age is greater than 80, then it will print this, and if it is not greater than 80, then it will print the else part. Like if we do not use the else part and we just use the if part, then if you give the user input which is less than 18, then it will print nothing. Like you have already seen. Let's run the program and check. Like if you give the age which is greater than 18, like 40, press enter, you will see that you are eligible to vote. But if you will again, but if you will again run the program and give the age which is less than 18, like 12, and press enter, then it will give you that you are not eligible to vote instead of not showing you anything. So guys, let's move on to the another program.
So guys, this is the program in which apart from if and else, we have also used elif for multiple conditions. So first I'm taking a variable n1 and I'm taking user input and I'm writing enter number one. Then I'm taking another user input and I'm storing that value in n2 and that's enter number two. Then I'm writing the condition if n2 greater than n1, that is number two greater than n1, number one, I'll be printing n2 is greater than n1. Then I'm if this condition comes out to be false, then it will move to elif block, which says elif n1 is equal to n2, which means that over here it is comparing whether the values of number one and number two are equal, and in the statement it's printing n1 and n2 are equal. Then if both these conditions are false, then it will move to else block, and inside else block it is printing n1 is greater than n2. So that was about the program. Let's run it. So it's asking for user input one. So I'm taking random value like 23, and I'm writing another. I'm taking another value 56. So now it is printing n2 is greater than n1. So when I took 23, it got saved inside the variable n1, and 56 got saved inside n2. Then it checked all the conditions, and the first conditions were the first condition was true, so it printed n2 is greater than n1, and it didn't go to the next part. So let's take another input and running it again. So now I'm taking 23 and 15. So now the first condition n2 is greater than n1, that comes out to be false. So it moves to the elif block, and now the answer is n1, and elif condition was also false. So it moved to else part, and it is printing n1 is greater than n2, as it is clearly visible that 23 is greater than 15. So that was all about this program. Let's move on to next program. This is a program for if else, where we are also using and or operators. So basically, firstly I'm taking a variable a and I'm taking user input and I'm writing enter number one. Then variable b and I'm taking user input and I'm writing enter number two. Then I'm taking then I'm taking another user input and I'm storing that value in variable c and I'm writing enter number three. So three numbers I'm taking and I'm writing the condition if a greater than b and c greater than a, then I'm printing the value both conditions are true. So, and if this whole condition comes out to be false, then this program would move to elif block, where the condition says elif a greater than b or a greater than c. Then it will be printing the statement at least one of the conditions is true. So basically, that was all about the and or operator, and we have also explained how these operators are being used in Python. And so let's run the program. If you want to know more about the and or operators, you can see our previous videos. So let's give random values like 1, 2, and 3. I'm taking it randomly. Or let's say 2, 3, and 2, 1, and 3, 2. Then I'm taking number 2 as 1. And I'm taking number 3 as 3. So it's printing both conditions are true. So A is equal to 2, then B is equal to 1, and C is equal to 3. So uh, over here, A is greater than B and C is greater than A. So both these conditions are true. So therefore, the first if block comes out to be true, and that's why this print statement is being printed successfully. And if you had taken different values or this if condition had been false, it would have printed at least one of the conditions is true. So that was all about this program. Let's move on. So guys, here comes the part for the nested if statements. So I'm taking a variable x and I'm taking user input and I'm writing enter x and I'm storing that value into that variable x. And the conditions are if x greater than 10, then print above 10. Then inside this if statement only, I'm writing another if statement and I'm writing if x greater than 20, then I'm printing and also about 20. And if this condition comes out to be false, then it will write but not about 20. So basically, there are multiple conditions which are being checked simultaneously inside one if else if block only. So let's run it and check how it works. So enter x. So let's enter a value which is greater than 10 and also greater than 20. Let's take 30. So it's printing above 10 and also above 20. So basically it first checks if the value of x is greater than 10, then it prints above 10. Then it moves inside this if statement and it checks that if x is greater than 20 and prints and also above 20. And if both these conditions are true, so that's why both the print statements are being printed successfully. And let's give another value and check how the program changes. Let's run it again. So now I am taking a value which is greater than 10 but less than 20. Let's take 15. See, it first checks if x is greater than 10, then it moves to the next if statement which is inside that if statement only, and checks if the value of x is greater than 20. That comes out to be false. Therefore, it moves to the else block and prints but not about 20. So the number 15 is greater than 10 but not about 20. So that was all about this nested if statements, and the implementation part is over. So thanks for being a good audience, and stay tuned for upcoming videos. And in the next video, we'll be explaining you about the loops.